Hi all, welcome back to Nityakshari Computer Education. So today we will discuss about a class called object and what are the methods available and what is the importance of that object class. Okay, as other classes, object is also one of the class which is given by Java people as a super class for all your classes. Okay, and this class is available in java.lang package, which is a default package, correct? And as I said, it is the super class or root class for all the classes in Java. That is, every class in Java, directly or indirectly, okay, a subclass of this object class. Okay, next. So it is also given to provide, so since it is a class, right, so it will have multiple methods. So we will discuss all the methods one by one. Since it is a super class, right, so they have given some methods, but those methods are not having specific behavior. It is a generalized behavior because all other classes, those classes may be developed by Java people or developed by us or user defined classes. All for all those classes, object is the super class. Okay, and what is the drawback here? What is the disadvantage or drawback here? All the methods, most of the methods are having dummy. Okay, it is a common generalized behavior is there. Okay, implementation is not specific to your classes. Okay, and then all methods are with default dummy min, just now we discussed, right? And it is our responsible as a programmer, it is our responsible to override the methods available in this super class with respect to our requirement in our subclasses. Okay, then, so as I said, object is a super class. Yes, no doubt. It is for already predefined classes or user defined classes. But what about other concept called interface? For interface, it is not the super class. Okay, since a super class, sorry, an interface, right? Interface just cannot extend a class. That's why it's not a super class. It is uh, not required to discuss on this, but you may get a doubt. So all classes are extending object class directly or indirectly, but what about interfaces? So to clear that, I am saying that it is not super class for interfaces. And then, so since object class, right, it must have some methods. Let's see what are the methods available in this object class. Okay, the first method is get class method. Okay, and the next method is toString method, next hashcode method, next equals method, next clone method, next finalize method, and next notify method. So whatever methods now coming, right, those are useful in multi-threading. So once we get, while discussing about multi-threading, you will come to know the purpose of these methods. Okay, this is notify all method, wait method, overloaded wait method, which is taking one param here it is also overloaded method and taking two parameters. Okay, so what is actual method? The first method is get class method. Let's discuss what is get class method. Okay, so if you see uh, the method name itself, get class, so you created one class and there will be we can create one object for that class and we can call this method on that object. Then what happens, it will give the current class name. Okay, so and this method as usual it is available in java.lang.object, correct? Next, so what is the syntax of this method? So if you see, get class is the name of the method, class is the return type, native is the modifier, final is the modifier, public is the modifier. So what is this? Okay, let's discuss. It is final. You know, final method. Final method means you cannot override, because they don't, Java people don't want to allow you to provide your own implementation, because they don't want to disturb the code. Okay, next, what is native? If you see this native, what is native method? You know, this method is actually there in our Java only, but whose implementation is not available in Java. It is there in other languages like C or C++. Okay, so those, that stuff will be available inside a DLL files. Okay, so if you open that Java related JDK, and you can see many DLL files. So native method, what is meant by native method? Native method is a method written in Java, but whose implementation is available in other languages like C or C++. Okay, then this is the definition of that one. Okay, next, what else? If you observe this get class method, whose return type is class. Okay, you may wonder, so many new classes you might have not heard. You know, we are using just like method, right? It is, in general, it is just a name method, but there is a class called method. You know, you are using a term called constructor. It's a just term, but you know, in Java there is a class called constructor. Okay, like this, so many different classes are there. Okay, those are all part of uh, there is a reflection API. Okay, what is the use, all those things we will discuss later, but for now just limit our scope to get class. Okay, get class whose return type is class. So what I want to tell you, get class method will return class type object. Okay, so there is a class called class, where it is in java.lang package itself. Okay, it is having 50 plus methods. We will see later, but for now uh, discuss about get class method. Okay, to demonstrate this, let us take one class called employee. Okay, I am taking a class called employee inside one package. This one the package, and this is the class I am creating. Inside that I am taking two variables. Okay, actually ideally it should be private variables, but there is a purpose, I let you know. Okay, and I am also taking Noah's constructor, and also I am taking single parameterized constructor, that is int, and also I am taking another single parameterized constructor which is taking string type parameter, and last I am taking two parameterized constructor, employee age, employee name. Fine, so this is about employee class. So now let's see what is the use of get class method. Okay, let's see. So we created employee class, right? The purpose of get class is it will give the class name. So how the class name look like? You may get wonder, what is the need of showing class name? I already saying, right? You are watching that it is a class name. Then see, if you want Java code, if you want Java code to know the class name, then we can use this get class method. Okay, so in order to use get class method, and it is a instance method, we need object, right? So I want to know this class name, employee class name, using get class method. So for that I need to create object for employee class. So I am creating object for employee class. Okay, so employee emp new employee, two parameterize. Okay, next, so again I am also, now I need to call that method on EMP object. So see here, get class method. What is the purpose of get class method? Is used to show the fully qualified class name. Get class method returns the fully qualified class name, that is class along with package. Okay, so simply since this is the emp dot get class. Get class is our class that we are discussing, and emp is the object. Since it is instance method, I am created one object and calling that. Okay, let's see this. Okay, if you execute this, what happens? Okay, what is happening? See here. So the fully qualified class name with class. So this is the output of the get class. So the name of the class is employee, but it is coming with the package name. This is the package name, and it is also given this class also. Okay, so but I don't want that way. I don't want that way. Then what can I do? Let me show you. Okay, so here there is a class called class. See, usage of get class is done. Because of this get class on this object, we are getting this one. Okay, we are getting this much. This is the output of get class method. But what is my intention? Differently, I want to see only employee class. Okay, for that, as I said, there is a class called class. Okay, we need class object. Okay, if you see that class object, you can see number of methods. Okay, and how to get that class object? Only by using this get class method only. See, if you hover it, you can see this class. So by using get class method, we are getting get class class object. So I am taking that class. My intention is I want to see only employee. I don't want to see this stuff, class or package, all this stuff is there, right? So for that, what I am doing, there is a method called getName inside the class. There is a method called getName inside the class. Since getName is an instance method, we need an object. Okay, getName is an instance method inside the class. So I need class object. So this get class will give you class object. So this is an object, right? And this is the method. So let's see what is the output. See here, the fully qualified class name. This time this class has gone. This time this class has gone. Only the package name along with the class. But still I'm not happy with this. Okay, so I want only class name. Okay, let's, any other methods are there inside class? Yes, there is other method called get simple name method. Using this you get only name of the class. Okay, but since it is a method inside the class, since get simple name is a method inside the class, we need class object. How to get class object? Using get class method. This get class method will give class object. So on that class object, I am calling this simple get simple name. Let's see what is the output. Yes, this time I got it. So whenever you want to get the name of the class, then you can use this piece of code. Fine. So here while we discussing, right, so get class is there where, object class whose return type is class. Don't confuse, there is a class called class. Okay, that is part of reflection API. What is reflection? See, whenever you sit, when you stand in, before a mirror, you can see all the features of yours, right? Similarly, if I give a class, I want to know all the details of that class. So for that purpose, Java people created this class called class. From that, you can get whatever you want. For example, if a class is there, so what are the fields of that class, what are the constructors of that class, and whether the class is interface or it is a enum or annotation, like that. So all methods are available inside the class called class. Okay, so let us discuss about something, this class called class. Okay, so object, see, our intention is we need to discuss about the methods available in object class. Okay, so today we discuss only this get class method, but apart from that, that is the one method, but apart from that there are many methods. Before discussing that, let us see few things about this class called class. Okay, okay, so what I said, there is a class called class. Why I am discussing here? Yes, it is required because get class return type is class. So if you know few things about this class, it is very useful. Okay, then this class is, as I said, right, this class having 50 plus method. If you want to know, if you want to see, right, control shift T, see here, class java.lang, it is also there in, okay, control O. How many methods are there? See here, so many methods are there. That's why I mentioned 50 plus, around 100 methods are there. What is the purpose of this? Okay, see here, whether the class is anonymous class. So you developed one class, you define one class, whether that class is anonymous or not. Okay, that time. Next, if you want to know the name of the class, okay, as a string return type, you can get it. And also you can get the fields. See, get fields. So if the class is having some variables, okay, you can get using this method. Next, methods. If the class is having methods, you get a method. I told you, right, there is a class called field, there is a class called method, there is a class called constructor. Okay, so generally we might have not heard all these things. Okay, so many things. So whatever present inside the class, all those details can be obtained by using this class called class. Okay, so let's discuss something more about this. So class is used to do mirror image operation. What is the purpose of this class? You can do, as I said just now, right? If you stand before a mirror, it will show all the features of yours. So similarly, if you use this class called class, you can do whatever you want. That is part of reflection API. Okay, and so as we just now discussed, right, class is used to display whether the what this class object we are using for getting the class name itself, or if that class is having any superclass, you can also get that superclass. And if the class is implementing one or two interfaces, then using this get interfaces, you get all those details. And the class is having fields, generally we call it as variables, right? So official word is fields, so people are usually talks about use of this word variable. So if you want to know the variables of the class, you can use this one. It will give array of fields. And methods also, if you use get methods, you get the all the available methods of that class. Okay, and then so it returns, which returns, get class method returns object. Which type of object? Class type object. So which has methods you can use to get information about the class, such as it's a super class, right? Just now we see, right, it's a super class, and the interfaces it implements. Okay, so it is also used to test to see if the class is, for example, you created a class, is it a class, is it a enum, is it an interface, like that, is it an annotation. So for that also we have methods available inside class called class. So an interface, is interface, you can test. Okay, next, an enumeration, so is it an enum, and is it an annotation, is annotation true or false, boolean type return, it returns boolean type. Then, so as I said, since this class is having plenty of methods, class called class, so one of the important method is for name. So that is used to load a class at runtime. Okay, runtime, if you need to pass the class name here. For name is taking one parameter here, so you need to pass. For example, uh, employee.java is there. Okay, if you want to load this class at runtime, you need to pass. After compilation, you get employee.class, right? So that class file you need to pass to this method. It will load the class at runtime. Okay, example where we use this for name. See, we when you working with JDBC applications, right, you need database driver. Okay, Oracle, MySQL databases, right? So you can load those drivers at runtime. Okay, this is about class called class. If you want to see, we have discussed something about class called class, right? Any usage, any method implementation, uh, let's see a few methods. Okay, since this employee class is having these two variables and one, two, four constructors. Okay, let's see. Just now I told you class object can be used to show what are the fields available, what are the constructors available. Okay, look, let us check for only these two for now. If methods are there, you can also check. Okay, done. Let's start. So I am using system.out.println for something space. Okay, some space purpose only. So now my intention is I want to get the list of fields. So using code. So what is the method? Just now we saw, right? We have seen that method, that is get fields method. Okay, get fields method is there in class called class, and if you want to invoke this method, you need class object of class. For that, what is the source here? We have a how to get that class called class object. Okay, you have to use get class method. So now you got class object and you are invoking get fields. Okay, see here. So emp dot get class dot emp means employee object. So in this, from this we are getting the employee class, and then we are fetching the fields whose return type is array of fields. Okay, so it is there in which class. If you want to know, just click on here, you can see here. Okay, in java.lang.reflect. Okay, you have to import that. Okay, java.lang.reflect.field. Okay, next. So since it is an array, right, you know how to see the elements of an array. Okay, for each statement we are using here. Okay, so this is the get fields is giving array of fields. Okay, we are taking that collection and we are iterating, right? So this is the array, and this array is having elements of type field. Okay, and iterating each field and displaying. Okay, let us execute this so that you understand something. So ideally, what is the output we are expecting from this? It has to show whatever the properties are here: employee age, employee name. Okay, see here, execute. So I said, right, I want to give some space. For that purpose I used this one, system.out.println without any parameter. And see, the list of fields in employee class are, okay, the list of fields in employee class. So I just printed, so at that time it is just showing the object itself, array of field object. But while iterating we got this. See here, employee age, next employee name. It is not giving only employee age and employee name, it is giving as part of an entire thing. Employee age access modifier public, employee name access modifier public, right? So if it is public only, those will be printed here. If it is private, it will not print. Okay, that also we will see. So here you got it right, employee age, employee name, these are the fields available in employee class. Okay, now let's also do some coding for getting constructors. Okay, so this is system.out.println for space on console. Okay, and this is for understand the list of encounters in employee class are. Okay, and see here get constructors method is there, and whose return type is constructor array, but just I am printing how it will be shown on console. Okay, but since it is an array, again we have to use for loop. Okay, let's see this. So this is given constructor array. Okay, and we need to loop this using for each like above. Okay, constructor array, each element in constructor array type is constructor. So this is constructor array, in that each element type is constructor, and we are giving some variable constructor and displaying that. Okay, let's see how it will display. Because of this code we got the fields, and because of this code we should see the constructors available in employee class. What are the constructors? How many constructors are here? 1 2 3 4, right? So let's execute this part. Excellent. See here how many constructors are there. Employee with 2 parameters, employee with string type, employee with int, employee with no args. So these are the constructors available in employee class only, right? In this class, how many methods, how many constructors? So employee no args, employee single args out of int. So these are all printed as part of this programming. So this is the purpose of class called class. There are so many. If you want to see only field names along apart from the access modifier package also showing right here. If you don't want to see that, yes, still some methods are there. So just have a look. It is good to know, right? It is good to know this class. Okay, so try to go through each and every method at high level at least, and try to see how the methods are available. Okay, this is about what as I said, right, employee class. Okay, why I mention it is public, right? For example, if I make it private, the actual process is you need to use all private variables most of the times. Then you have to create setters and getters. Those setters and getters should be public, correct? So using those methods only programmers should be able to access the field values. But here I said clearly that there is some intention to make this public. If you come here, I made this private and come here. So execute this. So you can see here what it is showing. So see the list of fields in employee class are anything it is showing? Nothing. Why? Because those are private. You know very well that when private, the scope will be restricted to class, right? And see here uh, even the description of this get fields also you can see. Okay, what it is saying: returns an array containing field objects reflecting all the accessible. Okay, let me maximize this. My intention is for private primitive data types it will return 0. See here, if the class object represent an array type, a primitive type or void, then this method returns an array of 0 of length 0. So it will show 0 if the variables are private type, primitive private type. Okay, so even see here interface with no accessible public fields, then this method returns. You can go through this. So this is why I made intentionally public. Hope you understand. Yeah, that's about object class, and the method is get class. So as part of this, we also discussed a few methods of class called class. Hope this will help you. Thank you, and please subscribe this channel for more videos. Thank you.